How did Iraq, a nation once hailed as a beacon of progress in the Middle East, find itself navigating decades of economic turmoil? And what does its future look like today? This is the complex story of Iraq's macroeconomic evolution, a journey of soaring highs and devastating lows. Let's rewind to the 1970s. Iraq was on a roll. Thanks to a massive oil boom, the country was flush with cash. The government nationalized its oil industry, and petrodollars flowed in, funding ambitious projects. We're talking new highways, modern hospitals, and a top-notch education system that was the envy of the region. The Iraqi dinar was strong, and the standard of living was rising fast. It seemed like the sky was the limit. The state-led development model was in full swing, with the government controlling almost every aspect of the economy. This centralized approach worked for a while, as long as the oil money kept coming. But this heavy reliance on a single commodity planted the seeds of future problems. Then came the 1980s, and the picture began to change dramatically. The Iran-Iraq War erupted, a brutal 8-year conflict that drained the nation's coffers. The development projects screeched to a halt. Instead of building schools, money was poured into the war machine. Iraq, once a creditor nation, found itself drowning in debt to its Arab neighbors and the international community. The government started printing money to cover its expenses, which, as any economist will tell you, is a recipe for inflation. The vibrant economy of the 70s was a distant memory, replaced by rationing and economic hardship. The war's end brought no relief, only a mountain of debt and a shattered infrastructure. The 1990s were even tougher. Following the invasion of Kuwait, the United Nations imposed crippling economic sanctions. Iraq was cut off from the world. The Oil for Food program was introduced, allowing Iraq to sell a limited amount of oil to buy essential humanitarian supplies. But it was a drop in the ocean. The sanctions devastated the economy. Hyperinflation ran rampant. Stories from that time are heartbreaking. People's life savings became worthless overnight. The once proud middle class was wiped out. The dinar's value plummeted, and the black market thrived. Infrastructure, already damaged by war, crumbled further from neglect. This was a true humanitarian crisis, a lost decade from which the country is still recovering. The social fabric was torn apart, and the foundations of the state were weakened. The 2003 invasion marked another seismic shift. The old regime was gone, and with it, the centralized, socialist-style economy. The new vision was a market-based economy, open to foreign investment. On paper, it sounded promising. International debts were largely forgiven, and aid poured in to help rebuild. The new Iraqi dinar was introduced, and for a time things looked hopeful. The oil sector, the lifeblood of the economy, was revitalized, and production started to climb back up. New banks opened, and a stock exchange was established. There was a palpable sense of a new beginning. However, the transition was anything but smooth. The country plunged into sectarian violence and insurgency. Security became the #1 concern, overshadowing any economic progress. Billions of dollars meant for reconstruction were lost to corruption or simply couldn't be spent effectively because of the chaos. Skilled professionals, doctors, engineers, and academics fled the country, creating a massive brain drain. The dream of a diversified economy remained just that, a dream. Oil continued to be the only game in town, accounting for over 90% of government revenue. When global oil prices were high, the government had money to spend. When they crashed, like in 2014, the country faced a severe fiscal crisis. This brings us to today. What is the state of Iraq's economy now? It's a mixed bag, a story of resilience and persistent challenges. The security situation has improved significantly since the defeat of ISIS. This stability has allowed for a degree of economic normalization. In Baghdad and other major cities, life feels more normal. Construction is picking up, new businesses are opening, and there's a growing tech startup scene. The government is making a renewed push for economic reform, trying to tackle corruption, streamline bureaucracy, and attract foreign investment outside the oil sector. There's a growing recognition that the over-reliance on oil is unsustainable. You hear more and more talk about diversifying the economy. Agriculture, for instance, has huge potential. Remember, this is the land of Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, where farming began. With the right investment in water management and modern techniques, Iraq could once again become a breadbasket for the region. Tourism is another untapped gold mine. The country is home to some of the world's most important historical and religious sites, like the ancient city of Babylon and the holy cities of Najaf and Karbala. As stability takes hold, religious and cultural tourism could become a major source of revenue and jobs, but the challenges remain immense. Youth unemployment is critically high. Every year, hundreds of thousands of young, educated Iraqis enter the job market, but there aren't enough private sector jobs to absorb them. Many still look to the government for employment, bloating an already oversized public sector. The infrastructure for electricity and water is still unreliable, a major hurdle for both citizens and businesses. And corruption continues to be a major drain on public resources, eroding trust and hindering development. So, what's the verdict? Iraq stands at a crossroads. The path forward requires bold and sustained reforms. It means creating a business-friendly environment that encourages local entrepreneurs and attracts international investors. It means investing heavily in education and vocational training to equip young people with the skills they need for a modern economy. It means finally breaking the addiction to oil revenue and building a diversified, resilient economy that can provide jobs and prosperity for all its citizens. The journey of Iraq's economy is a powerful lesson in how politics, conflict, and resources are intertwined. From the oil-fueled boom of the 70s to the dark days of sanctions and war, and now to a fragile but hopeful recovery. The potential is undeniable. The spirit of the Iraqi people is incredibly resilient. With stability, good governance, and a clear vision for the future, there is no reason why Iraq cannot reclaim its place as a dynamic and prosperous nation in the heart of the Middle East. The road is long, but for the first time in a long time, there's a real sense of possibility. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores the fascinating stories shaping our world. See you next time.